Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome. I'm David. This is Warriors of Light Astro Tarot. And this week, for mid-June time frame, I'm just doing a straight up love, romance, and relationship reading, and I got a beautiful one here. Gonna spoiler alert. This is a wonderful relationship with two mature, incredible people, leading to soon, possibly consummation. If it hasn't happened, if it hasn't happened, somebody's gonna say I love you. Probably your Scorpio, because this is the energy of your person, where they are in terms of love, romance, and relationship. The Death card, Scorpio card, and you're coming up out of 78 cards, mind you, with your own card, the Strength card. And this is your energy around love, romance, and relationship. Try to get a beat here with these two cards, 1 and 2. Want to see how they're relating, which is perfectly. And I want to see kind of an idea where you're at, just each on your own, before you kind of express the energy of the relationship, which comes in the 3 and 4 cards here. So this shows a Leo who says what they mean, means what they say. You're not, neither of you, because I think this is just a Scorpio, strong Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Scorpio energy. I'll just say, to make it a little quicker, it's the same for both of you. Both of you, especially you, because this is your reading, because maybe this is not Scorpio, but I bet you they have their Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus there. And otherwise, even if they're not, it's kind of a very similar, going to be a very similar read. If they're not Scorpio, they're going through a scorpionic transformation. An astrologer, I guarantee you they have, some energy going on, something going on with Pluto to a personal planet. So both of you are, you're not posing, you're not dragging in any baggage, there's no toxicity because you don't have it in you. So with this card in this reading, you're not going to find a narcissist a problem. If you did, you was closed the door immediately. Now it'd be that. So it makes sense that you would also bring in someone at that, basically vibing at that high level, guys. And then the way you're reacting to them is pretty incredible. 3 major arcanas, as here you have the Empress card, and this is how you're reacting towards them. And when the Empress is here, particularly with you coming in so strong, it makes sense because this person suits you. That you feel like you're very relaxed around them. You can be strong around them. Not saying necessarily you're a woman, but if you are, this is a kind of man or woman that doesn't in any way, shape, fashion, or form trigger you, or make you feel like you have to pretend to be something you're not. That's none of that energy is there. There's nothing codependent here, anything like that. No lack mentality, nothing. Now the way they're reacting towards you, and everyone wants to feel like the Empress, a man or a woman. This is how your person makes you feel, how you feel about them. And they're coming in here with the 6 of Pentacles. Now I think with the 6 of Pentacles, with your Scorpio here, they just, I'm not saying you're better than them, and really not, but there's maybe some element of that. And I think that this person, they know what they got here, because I'm not just saying this because this is your reading. I'd call it out if it was something bad, follow the cards, but they see what they have here, and they're probably telling themselves, and maybe other people, like, this man, this woman is amazing, this Leo is amazing, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous. I don't want to blow it, So they're not quite as comfortable as you. It's not, again, nothing at the level of being toxic or uncomfortable, but in you Scorpios, you're not going to know that they're feeling this. Like you might, if you're very intuitive, which you might be. With the High Priestess, we'll get to that. But deep down, I guarantee you, they're thinking like, I got something amazing here. It's special, and I don't want to blow it. And it could be some sense of they want to make sure that they're being just reciprocal with you, and really so, being that they're Pentacles. And so, this reading, I don't think that this is a very clear reading. There's not a lot of subtlety to it to me. And it's simply means to me that Spirit's bringing this in really clear. And it doesn't need me to muck it up. I don't really need to go into the death and transformation. This is Scorpio, And then again, with the high priestess, this is your advice from Spirit and how to interact with them. Their advice from Spirit, how to interact with you. The Eight of Pentacles, one of the best, the most underrated cards in the deck, really goes perfectly with their Six of Pentacles. And I always say, like, I don't necessarily trust myself or anyone else, but I always trust Spirit. So these three cards are advice from Spirit, and I trust that. And this is just follow your intuition. Again, it's like very straightforward. If there was any doubts, follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to be valid. You can take that to the bank. There's this person, and I got the feeling, hey, leave me a comment. I love you comment, say whether this is resonating or not. But, there's nothing to, almost there's nothing to intuit. Like, when I saw the Page of Cups come up as an outcome, I kind of laughed. But then I thought about it a minute, and even that made sense. I'll explain. Because you're both mature people, and mature people who don't have lack mentality, who not toxic, they're not codependent. They're not going to rush in and say "I love you" on the first date and all that nonsense. So this just implies what Spirit's saying for your person. And I'd love for these readings to be shared, by the way, with your person if that seems appropriate as a way to engender conversation. But just kind of keep doing what they're doing, and you're following your intuition. They're being solid. It's a kind of real confirmation for them, like they're doing the right thing. Coming under the Six of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles, there's a little bit of a sense with them. They're not as sitting as easily. You with this Empress, I mean, you're just completely at ease. They're a little bit on their toes. Like they're sitting at the foot of the Empress and you're having an audience, and they know that that's a big deal. Like, not everybody gets an audience with the Empress. That's what this is all about. But I like it. There's respect there, and it's solid. Okay, if they're not a Scorpio, they gotta be an Earth sign. Virgo written all over it here. So now this is the advice from Spirit for the relationship as a whole. I kind of laughed too when I saw this. So now you have an Ace of Wands and then a Page of Cups. So that's indicating like a beginning, something new. I would love you to leave me a comment. I'm not trying to be purient. I'm just curious to how accurate this is. I get the sense that you really haven't consummated the relationship yet. If not, then there's some with this, because this is advice from Spirit for the relationship, and that's sex. It could, not only that, it could be like a release, like maybe, but well, yes, with them, they could be holding back a little bit. Again, they're trying to watch their P's and Q's, is the phrase, and you're just maybe being your kind of regal self there, Leo. And this is advice from Spirit. It's just to have like, knee knocking, fantastic sex, go away for a long weekend together, and just close the door and have a good time, and just let the romance fly. And really, that's kind of what I get out of that. And if you haven't consummated, it's kind of like it's like consummate. Consummate, it's time to consummate. So that's what that's about. And in case anyone cares, it's the Golden Art Nouveau deck, I didn't say. And then with the Page of Cups, kind of like I said, you're probably not young kids, and if you are, then you're damn responsible, adulting young people who probably, about both of you people, say, oh wow, they're kind of wise for their age, this Leo and the Scorpio, because this consummation will lead to "I love you." So again, like, I wonder if you've had sex. Would love you to leave me a comment. And I wonder if either one of you has said "I love you." And my sense is like your Scorpio here, Leo, is going to be the one to say it first. But I think with this being the outcome, then remember, this is the mid-June time frame, guys. Is you're then going to say "I love you" too. Page of Cups may not seem like a real fantastic outcome for a heart spread, but really and truly is. It's, especially if it's a new relationship. It's exactly the right outcome. Where you're starting a relationship, and now you're consummating and enjoying each other, and releasing each one to the other into the romance of the relationship, and then saying, "I love you." So let me know what you think, guys. Appreciate you. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Thank you.